Hey, good morning, my friends. MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa. Welcome to the MLive Morning Weather Update. We have a up, down pattern quite active, so let's get right on into her. And if you have any questions, just rattle them away, and I'll try to give you an answer. This is the radar, and right now what I feel like is the radar looks a little wetter than it actually is out there. Bear in mind, these radars are so sensitive. Sometimes we have dry air at the ground. So when you see the light blue and the medium blue, it's probably not reaching the ground. The light green, possibly. The darker green, yes, definitely. So, in other words, there's a lot of blue covering our state right now, at least the lower peninsula, and that's not reaching the ground, but the greens are. So we do have indeed showers, and those will kind of, for the somewhat, build a little bit as we go through the day today. Hey, good morning, Colleen Brewer from Montrose High. So here's our radar forecast, and we go through 10 o'clock, 10:30, 11. This is noon. Another surge of rain coming into the Grand Rapids area. Ron Heffelbauer, how's tonight? My son's baseball game in Livonia. All right, we're getting to that here shortly here. So we're noon. We're 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock right here. Livonia, you're getting wet with light to almost moderate rain in the afternoon. And we're at, let's see, we are at 3 o'clock, 5 o'clock now, 6 o'clock. So, Ron, the rain's ending sometime 5, 6 o'clock this evening. And we go through the night, just a few leftover showers in the southeast, and maybe some thunderstorms approaching the UP and diminishing. So it is a showery day today. Here is, I think, the best model that I like on, hold on here a second. I'm sorry. Maybe I had a bad, let me go back here for you. Sorry, not seeing the whole map. Let me do it all over. Is it Monday? So let's go to noon. That's noon. Like I said, surge of rainfall. Colleen Brewer, when will the rain arrive Saturday? Okay, we'll get to that in just a second. Where are you talking, Colleen? Ron Heffelbauer, fields may flood. No, this is not a heavy one. I'll show that to you in a second. So this is this afternoon, 2 o'clock. So yeah, Saginaw to Flint to Detroit, Ann Arbor, Jackson, Kalamazoo, you're into the showers this afternoon. And we go to 6 o'clock this evening, and that's where the rain comes to an end. In Livonia, and a little showery. So chances of a baseball game, probably not real likely because they don't push it in the Little League. Here is the rainfall forecast. Okay, we'll check out Genesee County in just a second, Colleen Brewer. Must have a wedding going on because that's when people get interested about the weekend. Okay, so total rainfall today, we'll call it 0.2 to 0.4 of an inch of rain in the southern half of the state, lesser than that in the northern half. So no, this isn't heavy. It's just chilly and gloomy. Temperatures today for highs, if you want to call them that, 56. After this, I'm curling up in my office, wrapping a blanket around me, and writing some posts for MLive. We're going to talk about what you can plant now from seed and what does better from seed versus plant, and also the lake levels going into the summer, the Great Lakes water levels going into the summer. So this is tomorrow. We jump dramatically up into the upper 70s to near 80. This is Friday. I told you in my little tease there, 90-degree temperatures. Yeah, maybe Saginaw, Bay City, Mount Pleasant, close in Grand Rapids. southwesterly wind. That tends to do the 90-degree temperatures on the east northeast side of the state, but we'll all be on the hot side. Saturday, the storms are coming through. We're cooling but wet and humid. Sunday, we cool off into the 60s, 50s north and west. And Monday is cool. And Tuesday is cool. And Wednesday of next week is cool. And then Thursday's back into the near 80. And Friday is kind of starting to warm up too. So, Genesee County, Saturday, you're looking at 74. Only threat for a frost is Monday, and right now it looks like it's going to be in the northern part of the state with temperatures in the mid to upper 30s. Okay, so let's take a look at the rest of this weekend. So tomorrow is a great day. This takes us into tomorrow afternoon. Should be a very nice day. And this takes us to Friday morning. We're in the southwesterly flow, and Friday morning feels like possibly July 1st-ish. Maybe let's call it June 15th. It'll feel like Friday morning. And Friday afternoon, we're in a strong southwesterly flow. And then here comes the cold front. This is Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon into evening. The flare up of storms in the southern part of the state Saturday afternoon. So Genesee County, I would call it stormy in the afternoon and evening. This is into Saturday night. And then this is Sunday morning into early afternoon. The cold front is shoved south. We dry out. We cool off. And we wait for the next rain, which looks like it comes in sometime next Wednesday or so. And I'm starting to get the questions about Memorial Day weekend. I got a question first off from my wife. What I told her is we're still right in the storm track that as the south wind kicks in, we warm up dramatically, as in tomorrow and Friday. And then the cold front comes through, we cool down to the 60s for highs and even upper 50s. We're still in that zone. Even Memorial Day weekend, we're still in that zone. So timing is going to matter, and it's still a little too far out to be confident on timing. So we got to wait a couple of days on that, but I'll give you it as soon as I know what we will be looking at. So let's just take this again. We're going to look at this all over again. So we're into Friday, and it's a warm day. And then we get the thunderstorms Saturday afternoon. We're actually in a severe weather chance at that point, but I think it may be too cloudy, too stormy for severe storms to build up. Hey, good morning, Steve Jakubiak. Good morning, Billy Sarah Ball. And good morning, Tammy Langley from Howell. Early next week looks cool but nice. And late next week, let's go to Thursday and let's go to Friday. This is Friday, and that doesn't look too bad, really. It looks like it's not super hot, not super cold. So thanks for joining me on the MLive Morning Weather Update. We've got a damp, gloomy day today. Hey, thank you, Laura Crawford. Made my day. Thank you very much. You're terrific, too. Lila Wallace, when will the rain end? Today's rain will end on the west side of the state, probably by 5 or 6 o'clock. East side of the state by 7, 8, 9 o'clock, something like that. Maybe an hour or two earlier than that. Hey, good morning, Judy Boomer. And you also have a great day, Billy Sarah Ball. Thanks for joining me on the MLive Morning Weather Update. Check for my posts about summer lake levels on the Great Lakes. And also, I've found that some garden vegetables are better planted right from seed, right in the ground. You can rush it a little bit with 1 or 2 plants of some of these, and they'll produce early, but then they'll die quickly and they won't last through the summer. So you kind of have to do a combo. You plant a plant and you plant a couple of hills of the seeds. That should be a key as to where I'm going with this when I talk about hills and not rows. But I'm going to have that on MLive here shortly as well. Take care. Have yourselves a great but gloomy Wednesday. I'm MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa.